Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a different kind of video. This is my first tech review video I've ever done on my channel. I'm trying to film. You want to sit on my lap? Come. Yeah, you can sit on my lap, but you just have to be quiet. So this is my first tech review video that I've ever done on my channel. I wanted to share my thoughts on the Sony a5100 camera that's super popular right now. So I was in the market for a new camera. I've only ever really had Canon cameras since I started YouTube. So I first started shooting my YouTube videos a long time ago on just those simple little digital cameras that are super cheap, and it was a Canon PowerShot something, and it was super old and simple or whatever. But I used to the flip up screen is something new, so I used to, ow P, your nails are sharp. I used to just have the camera with a mirror behind it so I can see if I was in the viewfinder. A lot of YouTubers who are more advanced or have a lot of gear, they'll literally attach the camera to a monitor so they can use a regular DSLR camera and have it attached to a big TV monitor or a computer monitor so they can make sure that they're in the viewfinder and see exactly what is in the shot. I'm not that advanced, so I don't have that kind of setup. So to avoid having to have a mirror behind and so on and so forth, I really prefer a camera that has the little screen that that flips out. So from the beginning, I used to film on those little cheap cameras, and then when I wanted to buy my first uprated camera for YouTube, this is what I got. I got the Canon PowerShot SX20 IS. Sorry, my eyelashes are dying. So I had this for years and years. It started to malfunction because of it's being old, and then the battery thing is a little weird. And this camera uses regular AA batteries, which means that I had to constantly buy batteries, which was super expensive. So anyway, I was in the market for a new camera, and I wanted something smaller and compact but still had the same quality as a larger camera. I also wanted something that had a flip up screen for when I film sitting down videos, and also for when I'm vlogging. It's a little bit easier to make sure that you're in the shot or whatever. So that is what led me on my hunt for a new camera. I saw tons of YouTubers talking about the Sony Alpha series, and the Sony a5100 was a super popular camera that was talked about a lot. Now, unfortunately, I apologize, I do not have the camera physically with me anymore, which I didn't want to do this video without the camera, and I'll explain what happened. But I'll put a picture of what the camera looks like so you can see it here. It's a really cute camera. And then I kind of created a list of pros and cons for the camera that I want to go over. So the camera is super popular. It's talked about. A lot of YouTubers use it, and a lot of YouTubers say the same thing as far as the cons that I'm going to go over, which is a little bit weird considering that this is what led me to not have the camera anymore. So for YouTubers who film and are more advanced than I am, it's just funny to me that they still use this camera when it has this con. So some of the pros I'll go over first, because it's a camera that I really liked and I was really disappointed to get rid of it. But the quality of the videos are amazing, and the quality of the photography is great. So I'm gonna link in the bottom bar a bunch of videos that were filmed with the Sony a5100. Right now I'm filming on my new camera, which is this Canon G7X Mark II. Oh my god, it's so cool. Look how clear it is. The quality on the Sony a5100 was really great for video, and I didn't have to really mess with the settings much. I only had it for a month before I had to get rid of it, so I didn't really have as much time as I wanted to really experiment with it and change the settings and see what I liked on it. like the return policy at Best Buy is like 15 days, so I was already over the 15 days, and they allowed me to switch it for a different camera. But I mean, 15 days is such a short amount of time to really test out an electronic product that I feel like it's so hard to really get a full feel for the product in such a short amount of time. But the settings that it was already on and everything was really great. The quality was really great. I'm gonna put some clips here of like me filming with the Sony a5100 just so you can see a little bit of what the quality looks like. Again, like most of like my last, I would say like maybe the last 10 or so videos were filmed with the Sony a5100, but I'll link some down below that were filmed with it and put some clips here so you can see, but the quality was great. I'll also put some pictures that I took with the Sony a5100 because the picture quality was amazing. The screen was also touchscreen, so only to focus. So if you were taking a picture or a video and you wanted to tap where you wanted the focus to be, you can do that on the screen, which was really cool. It also had Wi-Fi capability, so you can remotely send pictures, not video, but pictures from your camera to your phone through an app. So I loved that feature. That was really great. It gave me the opportunity to take really cool Facebook or Instagram pictures with better quality from my actual Sony camera. The price I put as a pro only because it was on the lower end of the cameras that I was looking at. I think I got it on sale for $4.99, which is not cheap, but compared to the other cameras like this, like the one I'm filming on right now, the Canon G7X Mark II, which is my new camera, is like $700, and this one was like $4.99 on sale. So it's a little bit cheaper on the end of these cameras that you know, that would be in the same playing field, if that makes sense. But the price is still a little bit steep. I did get it on sale for $4.99. I think it's originally like $5 something. So you can shop around for some deals. I'm sure you can buy them secondhand. So one thing that I really liked was that I really wanted that depth of field, and I'm still like, this is only my day 2 with the G7X Mark II, but from what I noticed so far, like it does kind of give that depth of field, but the Sony camera really gave that awesome like blurred out effect in the background, which YouTubers love to get, and I really liked that because I always struggled with, I could never get that on my Canon PowerShot ever. So I really love that it automatically did that. So that was a really cool feature. I didn't have to mess with anything. I didn't have to buy any other lenses. It just did that automatically. Another pro is that you can buy other lenses for this camera. It's one of the smallest compact cameras that you can put interchangeable lenses on. For me personally, I'm not like a big photographer. I really didn't need to go out and buy $900,000 lenses. So that really wasn't a pro for me, but it is a pro for some who are looking for a smaller compact camera that you can change the lenses out. I had the flip-up screen for selfies, which was really great. That's something that I was looking for filming videos. It also had a really cool feature where it kind of like filtered your skin and gave you like a blurred out skin, kind of like how you would do on Snapchat, so on and so forth. Which I would say that's a pro leading into a con. It was a little bit too blurred sometimes, which I'll put a clip here where I feel like it like blurred out my skin too much. And making like beauty and makeup videos, I don't want it to filter my skin to where it looks like I have flawless porcelain skin if I'm trying to do a review on a foundation. So I'm sure I could have changed the settings to tone that down a little bit, but again, I didn't have it for that long to even have time to really go through all the settings and stuff like that. But I'm sure you could change it like lower, but it's a cool feature if you could tone it down a little bit. It's also super cute. I loved the way it looked and everything. I bought the white, which I wish I would have gotten the black because the white did get dirty a lot. I bought a really super cool case on Amazon, which I no longer need, so I'm gonna give it away to you guys. If you have this camera or if you are interested, you can stay tuned at the end of the video so you can see how you can get this case. But it's vegan leather, like this. It's super cute. The thing is that for me, the camera is also a little bit bulky. Although it's a smaller camera, like it's smaller than my other camera, but not by that much. So to carry it around every day, it was a little on the bulkier side, but I didn't mind it too much. But the case I absolutely love. It has a leather strap that you can attach to the camera to wear a crossbody or around your neck if you're traveling. But then when you unclip this part stays attached to the bottom of your camera, and then you could even put your tripod in here, and this you put away when you're not using it, and then you just clip it on top for security, which, oh my god, I thought this case I fell in love with. I really hope I can find a case like this for my new Canon camera, because I absolutely loved this case. Actually, one more, so another con for me was that the charger that it came with, it didn't have like a separate charging port that you can put the battery in, you know, the lithium battery, and charge it into the wall. It had an actual cord you had to plug into the camera and plug it into the wall. So I had to leave my camera like on my counter, and it was just a little weird. Like, it was now vulnerable and out, and I just didn't like that. So I actually bought a separate charger with an extra battery off of Amazon, which, if you want to win these things, stay tuned to the end, because I no longer need them. Maybe you're watching this because you have this camera, so I can give these to you. So if you want to say you can get that, stay tuned to the end. But that was a con to me, because I don't really like that. I mean, again, you could buy an accessory, but that's just the way it came, and that to me is not something that I liked. It also had a little bit of a problem with autofocusing. Like, sometimes it would, other times it won't. I'm gonna put a clip here of a few times when I was trying to autofocus it, and it was just blurry and it wouldn't focus. And even when I was tapping the touchscreen, it just wouldn't focus. So sometimes it was good, other times it wasn't. One thing that I did like is, I'm not sure of the exact term, is it image stabilization? But like, what I'm noticing on this camera sometimes is if I'm moving too fast, like, it takes a little bit of time to focus on where I'm at. With the Sony, it didn't have that problem. When I was vlogging and moving around, it always stayed focused on me. With this camera, again, I've only had it for 2 days, but yesterday I was filming, and when I was looking back at the footage, I was like moving around a little bit, and it was like struggling to stay focused on me. I never had that problem with the Sony a5100, so that was something cool as well. I mentioned also that it was a little bit bulky for my taste, because it is a camera that I was carrying around every day. So the one I have now, the G7X Mark II, it's a little bit smaller. And now the Sony a5100 is small when you take the lens off. It's the lens that makes it big, you know, because you could put like all those cool lenses on it. So the actual body of the camera is a nice size, but with that lens attached, it makes it pretty bulky to carry around every day. And the two main reasons why I ended up returning the camera was, one, it got to the point where when I would turn it on to film, I would press the on button, it would literally take 5 to 7 seconds before the lens opened up and it would really turn on. It was starting to delay a lot, and I really only had it for a month, so that was kind of odd. And also the number one reason was that it would overheat. You know, I have a full-time job, so if I only get 2 days off a week, one of those days is usually dedicated to filming numerous videos, so my camera is being used a lot in one day. So I might be filming for like, you know, I might film 3 30-minute videos, so I might be filming for an hour and a half. And the Sony, after filming for 25-30 minutes, you would get an error message on the screen saying that the camera is, like, due to overheating, the camera is shutting down. So it would just shut off. And the first time I was like, what the heck? And I tried turning it back on, and I did the same thing. So I had to wait like 15-20 minutes in between each overheating to keep filming. So it prolonged my filming, you know, by a lot. And also if I was out, it would now shut down, and I would lose the clip, and the camera would also feel hot to the touch. If I put my hand around the back of the camera, it would feel hot to the touch. So that was a little odd, and that to me was a big reason why I decided the camera would not work for me. And I looked up reviews for the camera. A lot of people said the same thing, and a lot of big YouTubers said that they use this camera and that it overheats. So that to me was weird. I'm like, why are you still using this camera if it overheats? Like, it just was totally a turn off for me. I went into Best Buy yesterday, and originally I was just gonna ask them to switch it out for the same camera but a new one. I thought maybe the one I had was defective. I've been getting a lot of mixed, you know, answers from people. So when I went to Best Buy, 3 people there told me they had a Sony Officer and it didn't, and they never had that problem. Whereas a few others told me that they're known for that. It happens all the time, that even if you get a new one, you'll still have the same problem. So I was just like, you know what, I can't afford to have a camera that's known for that and to keep doing that. And the Canon G7X Mark II was really the camera I wanted originally, but it was so expensive that I was like, do I really want to spend this kind of money? So nonetheless, it's a camera that I really enjoyed, and I'm sad I had to get rid of it. It was so super cute, and I was really looking forward into kind of diving into more of like photography, seeing what different kinds of lenses, all the different features that it had and things like that. So overall, it's a really good camera. If you're someone that's looking for the camera for YouTube as like your main filming camera, like for me, I don't have tons of equipment. I use my camera for vlogging and for filming my regular sit down videos like this. So I really need a one-stop shop that can kind of hit everything that I need. If you're someone that has lots of different cameras, like, you know, you have a DSLR for filming at home and you want a camera for short clips while vlogging, or if you're going on a trip or for taking photography, it's a great camera for that. If you're buying it as your main source of filming for YouTube videos and you're going to be filming longer than like 20 minutes, I personally do not suggest it for that reason. So it was my first Sony camera, so it kind of turned me off to Sony. I've always ever had Canon. Now I'm back to a Canon G7X Mark II. So let's see how I like this one. I've only had the Canon for 2 days, so once I get a feel on this camera, I'll kind of do a review on the G7X Mark II also. So now let's get into how you guys can win this. So I have the case with the strap, and this is for the Sony a5100, and then I have an extra charging port with an extra battery for the Sony a5100. If you want to win these two things, all you have to do is be a subscriber to my YouTube channel and comment down below, okay? Just comment down below letting me know what camera you guys use currently and what you use it for. So if you're using the Sony a5100, what do you use it for? Or if you have a different camera, what kind of camera do you have, and what is your main purpose for using it for? Filming, photography, so on and so forth. I'm trying to get better equipped and more knowledge about different cameras and things like that. I know I'm not a tech person or like a gear channel or anything like that, but if you're someone out there that's looking for a camera to vlog or to make beauty videos, I hope this kind of gives you a little bit of insight into the camera and what I use it for and my kind of feedback on it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below so you can win these goodies. And yeah, I think that's it. Talk to you guys soon. Bye!